The world abounds in change through man's ability.
And if all else fails, we'll find a sex worker and climb inside her like a tauntaun. Speaking of which, fucking Spotify told me recently that P-Lander Z was playing, and I'm like, I don't think I've ever even listened to P-Lander Z on Spotify. Are they on Spotify? They are.
Everything's on Spotify now.
Right. I don't understand why.
I can't believe that joke hasn't run its course. P-Lander Z.
Oh. Yeah, I don't even know if they're joking anymore. I really don't. It's like the guy who founded the Church of the Subgenius. Like, yes, it was a joke, and then it got popular, and people were into it, and he's old now, and it kind of feels like, nah, I think he might buy it at this point, even though he's the one that made it up.
It's been 15 years.
I think it's been 15 years.
It's been 20 years. It's been 20 years.
Has it been 20?
Josh is about to turn 40, and he couldn't go because he was not 21.
Holy shit. Mm-hmm. It's been 20 years. And that's just since we saw them.
Yeah.
There's no way we saw them near the beginning of their career.
No, that was a complete act.
They had their shit. They did human bowling. That was not the first time they had done human bowling. Just not.
Welcome to Foulcast, everyone.
Man.
We got fucking old.
Mm-hmm. Not just like since last week or 2 weeks ago.
This is like 20 years ago.
Yeah, we've been old for a while, but like sometimes it just hits you a little harder than usual.
I just literally just vicariously had that through my mom. I was over there and we were talking about her cousin who has early signs of dementia. Or he's been, he has it. And I was like, how old is he? And she was like, I was trying to figure that out. And she was like, I know Jeff's the oldest of those, like, all their brothers. And she goes, and he's in his 50s. And I was like, I'm going to try that again? And I was like, how old am I? And she was like, oh yeah, 40. So he's got to be older. And I was like, yeah, he wasn't 10 years old when I was a kid. She was like, yeah, he was at the bar with your dad. So
we're talking 70s?
Yeah, I was like, he's probably pushing 70 around this point. She was like, I don't know. They were all kids when I met them. I was like, yeah, kind of.
That's fucking weird, man.
Yeah, we're getting old enough that our parents' generation is getting old enough that, man.
Mm-hmm. Fucking old people.
And I still look at people like as old as our parents and older as like, okay, well, you're old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like comparatively now, like same age gap between me and them than as when I was younger, and so were they. But it doesn't feel like as big of a gulf anymore. And then I feel a little bad for thinking of somebody as an old person. So I'm like, well, hell, 20 years ago, that person was literally my age.
Yeah.
And 20 years ago feels like yesterday.
No, we're old.
Yeah.
It happened.
Yeah. You know what, though? 20 years ago feels like yesterday until you, like, really think about it. Because, like, okay, so 20 years ago was 2004.
Mm-hmm.
2004, on the one hand, kind of feels like yesterday, but also feels like a completely different time.
Yeah. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Like, it's a completely different, like, world that we lived in 2004.
You want to know, like, one of the things that really made it sink in that just happened recently. Like, Jenkos are cool again.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And maybe not specifically the brand, but
like
the
that style. Yeah, like the
wide
way too
legs
wide
and everything.
jeans. Yeah.
And I'm like, well, fuck, I never aged out of that. I just got fat.
Yeah, like... I aged out of Jenkos eventually, I think. I went the opposite and tried the tight pants thing. Too tight.
Yeah, it's not comfortable at all.
No, it was not.
I mean, I wouldn't say I wear Jenkos, but like, I mean, even these jeans, they're all frayed on the back from dragging against the ground.
Yep.
It's just always been how it's been.
I mean, within past, I don't know, 4 years, I changed jean style because I was like, you can't be wearing this, dragging these things anymore. Like I made that. I was like,
conscious decision.
Yeah, I was like, what are jeans for fat guys? And it was like, not 501s, 502s, gentlemen. 502s are
actually a 502.
The Levi's 502s are regular jeans for heavier guys.
Do they prominently say 502 like the 501s say 501?
No.
Okay.
They're very much.
They're very discreet. They're very
discreet.
Brown paper bag in the mail.
It's jeans. Yeah.
Make a note of this.
Yep.
And I have to look into
with a sticker on it that says
502s
not
are
penis
nice.
screen.
They got room up top. They go straight down. They don't bell bottom out or boot cut or anything like that. 502s are for the heavier guy.
Right on. I find that I have the problem as a fat short king.
I'm supposed to be like, yes, king.
As I have never described myself before and probably never will again, but I got
the fat short king.
Like, as a shorter fat dude, I find that it can be very difficult to get pants with my waist size that have the correct inseam.
Yeah.
They're always too fucking long.
Yeah.
And I've always worn 38 by 30 jeans, but only because that was the best I could do.
Yeah.
I needed like
100%.
38, 26, or 28.
My legs are... Now, Doug, you can't be a 26. You Cotton Hill?
Kind of.
You're not that much shorter than me.
I get 38 30s and
my
and
official
they get frayed
inseam's
on the
29.
bottom. Your
I'm not-
actual inseam's
yeah.
29? All right. Well, I mean, I could be 3 inches shorter than you, right?
26.
You don't think it's 3 inches?
Probably not.
No.
No, you're probably
All right,
a good
like
28.
28.
Yeah.
We'll say 28.
I'm only a little bit taller.
27 if I'm slouching a little bit.
Just start wearing long shorts at that point.
I just wear shorts now. Yeah. All winter, this past winter, I don't think I wore long pants, but maybe 2 or 3 times. And that was when I was planning on spending a little bit of time outside.
Yeah.
See, I have the opposite issue where I've returned like $150 in pants to Amazon in the last 4 months because everything that's supposed to fit me, the crotch is way too fucking high.
Shit.
Yeah, just digging right up in there.
You got one of them deep dongs.
one of them taint splitter pants.
Yeah, taint splitter.
Yeah,
Just came up with that. I'm pretty proud of it.
32 can scrape by,
Yeah.
but 34 is ideal.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, Amazon sizing is just, what the fuck are you thinking?
So unreliable.
Yeah.
And they even have a little rating on the product page for clothing items that like lets people rate the fit based on the sizing. And it always says it was great.
Yeah.
Like, you might have a few people that were like, it was too big or it was too small, but like, everybody always says that it's spot on, and it never
As far as pants, jeans specifically, once I got the 502s, I'm like, this is what I'm wearing. Because I know at least Levi doesn't fucking have a huge berth in actual fit from pants to pants.
Get me some Jenko pipes.
See, we go in a series here. Josh is going back to Jenkos. Ken has graduated to and realized he's found his home in the Levi's 502s. I've been getting the fucking Wrangler carpenter pants with the fucking fleece lining.
Fleece lining?
They line them with fleece, like with microfiber fleece. They are very, very warm in the winter, but they fit loose enough that it doesn't feel too hot. Yeah, I wouldn't wear them in the summer.
I just wear long underwear.
You could do that. Yeah. Okay, so never mind. You are the old one now.
I've been a long.
I was thinking that I was the termination.
Oh, I've been the old one
because of the carpet.
I've been a long underwear man for 20 years now.
Yeah. I've tried repeatedly to find some like good long underwear, and I can't. Even just looking for like long briefs, like boxer briefs. Oh man,
they ride up on you.
They might start at my
crotch
thighs,
issues,
but then they're right up there. I might as well be wearing fucking tighties. Man.
Yeah, they just turn into hot pants.
No, I love long underwear.
H-O-T-T-O-G-O.
When it's cold, long underwear, that's my jam.
Oh my god! So I'm sorry. I need to divert this conversation at least briefly because we have a blend on Spotify where it just takes the things that we've been listening to or apparently have listened to ever. And throws them into this playlist that
I think if you thumbs down something, it won't show up. That's what I'm going for.
Yeah,
because if I like,
I don't want.
Well, sometimes I just like, okay, what was that shitty song? And I listen to it. I'm like, I don't want this to be recommended or even associated with me. So hopefully I can thumbs down this.
I think on the mobile app it lets you actually say, I want to remove this song from this playlist, even if you don't like own the blend.
Mm-hmm.
But on the PC app, you can't.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I just skip past things I don't want to hear.
I've wondered how many people are actually listening to it. I mean, there's only 5 of us in it, but
I
put it on frequently.
Pass it around if they want.
Yeah,
because I think we could have up to 10 of us.
Oh damn! Okay,
but yeah,
nobody's taking you up on that.
No.
Everybody I know is on it.
I think that's my problem.
Yeah, it's like
I told Rob and Nicole, I was like, "Oh, you just give it out to someone else."
Like,
I don't.
It's not like any of us know that many other people.
Yeah,
yeah. I think Casey would like most of it. Like she would like all the like '90s alternative, classic rock, horror punk, that kind of stuff, but like I don't think she'd be down for all the country that ends up on it. She doesn't mind a country song now and then, but I don't think that she would want to
actively
hear a playlist
seeks
that
it out.
has like 4 or 5 different clearly outlaw country songs. Now it largely is gay outlaw country though, which will give it points for Casey,
right.
Yeah, everybody loves them.
Yep.
Orville Peck?
Yep.
Oh my god,
yeah, it's fantastic.
I would have loved to see him live. I think he played here recently.
Recently, yeah.
It's fucking expensive.
Mm-hmm. It's like he was playing with Gaga or something. He wasn't, but
no.
Prices looked like he was.
Yeah, I saw his ticket price and I was like, you know what? That's fucking, I'm good.
I can listen on Spotify. That works. Well, and I think he probably would have been. He's probably touring supporting his new album that just came out.
Mm.
And I wasn't a huge fan of the new album. So, like, maybe if it was, like, an anniversary tour for, like, a previous album that had a lot of songs on it that I like, I'd think about paying that kind of price to go see him, but also possibly not.
I don't know. I'm an old man now. I see dollar signs and
We're going to 2 shows this month.
Uh-oh.
On Sunday, we're going to XL Live, which I'm not super thrilled about, but it's whatever, to see Gogol Bordello.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Casey wanted to go see them. I wasn't going to buy the tickets if she
right. We talked
asked.
about that. She saw him on, like, some cathedral or some shit, and then you're going to go see him
at the cathedral in, like, an Italian villa up on, like, this, like, mesa. It's like on a plateau.
Yeah, you're gonna go see. You're gonna go
see him at XL.
Yeah,
you go from that to a club next to a strip club.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
that was like what I saw.
The devil's skid stain underwear of Harrisburg.
Right. KMFDM hit us up twice in a year, so it must not be that bad, I guess. But like, it reminds me of when Lordi won Eurovision, and then the next year they were playing Croc Rock in Allentown. Like, even Allentown doesn't want to be in Allentown. It's not Scranton, but it is Allentown. So yeah, we're going to see them on Sunday, and then in like 2 weeks, I think we're going to see at Love Drafts, the Mechanicsburg one.
Yeah.
we're going to see CKY, and I think Crowbot is playing with them. You guys know Crowbot? Stoner metal.
Yeah, I always confuse Crowbot with, what was the Dave Grohl thing? Probot?
Probot.
Oh, wow, I forgot all about Probot. Dave Grohl's done a lot of shit.
That he has.
I wish they would have done more with the Bee Gees thing. The DGs. I don't think his vocals were amazing compared to the original Bee Gees songs, but it was fun having Dave Grohl singing super high falsetto the whole time.
Why did we start talking about the blend?
No fucking
No clue.
Yeah, who knows?
Casey.
Oh,
Doesn't like the
because
country.
Josh...
Oh.
I did that to us.
Okay.
Because Josh started saying fucking Chapel Roan lyrics.
Oh.
So fucking Hot to Go ended up on the blend recently. And I had it on shuffle, and it came on right after, like, I think it was a Zeal and Ardor song about how the gods are dying anyway. And, like, it's, like, just fucking experimental satanic black metal followed immediately by Hot to Go.
I don't know what that is.
HOTTOGO. You never heard that? Oh, it's actually a really good song.
Yeah.
It's just
I don't know what
pop.
that is.
But I would call it elevated pop. You know how like Beach Boys and the Beatles, they were pop groups, but like they're considered like sort of masters of the pop art form. I'd say Chapel Roan's probably up there. And I also like her because she hates being famous. She does a lot of like she'll go on TikTok and just post a video that's like, guys, I'm glad that you like me and that you like my music. Just stop being so fucking weird about it. Guys, just don't be so creepy about it. Like I don't know you. I'm not saying that you're not lovely people, but like I don't know you. I'm like, yeah, just fucking say it.
Agreed. Also, don't know how you didn't know that going in.
Yeah. Oh no, absolutely.
You know, like
I don't think that she ever expected to get as famous as she got so quickly. She started out like street busking.
Yeah, from what I remember hearing, she was going to quit music.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I guess, whatever she did now hit it big. So.
Yeah, I think that she may have even been like discovered by somebody with connections in the industry while she was just performing in a park.
Yeah, but then they dropped her. Like, that was her thing. She got signed.
Okay.
She got dropped. She was ready to quit music.
Okay. And then put out something and it really caught on. Okay. It was probably Hot to Go. Or was it before that?
Supernova. No, Supernova's... No, she has a Supernova song. Not Champagne Supernova.
That's Oasis.
Nova is Oasis.
Yeah.
Red Wine Supernova is Chapel Roan.
That's hilarious. That's very, very funny.
Speaking of, Oasis is a thing again.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, you didn't hear that? I did. Now I did hear that.
I honestly thought that they would have had a murder-suicide or something.
That might be what they're leading up to.
Now they got back together in England for some shows, and now they're teasing shows in the States.
Huh.
I mean,
would you go
people
see
think Oasis was bigger than they were, I think.
I can't say I never liked an Oasis song.
No.
Champagne
Sure.
Supernova
It's a tight song.
was a good song.
Yeah, not
but
that.
I never liked Oasis.
Yeah, it's not like they kept putting out like hit after hit after
toppers,
hit.
yeah,
Like
no.
they had like maybe three, one of which I don't remember.
They did
Champagne Wonderwall,
Supernova,
Champagne
Wonderwall.
Supernova.
Don't Go Away.
Don't Look Back in
very
Anger.
big.
Okay, I was trying to remember if that was
that
them
a
or
big
the
hit?
Beatles.
Don't Look Back.
That
No, that was Oasis.
Yeah, what was that Beatles song that came out that no one really cared about?
Like recently? From like archival tapes that they
recently by like the 90s.
Oh, because there was one that came out just like a couple of years ago.
Yeah, when they put that documentary thing out, right?
Probably, yeah. I didn't see
That
it.
Peter Jackson documentary or whatever. Fucking, I don't know anything about the Beatles. I really don't know anything about the Beatles.
I think that it was an unfinished song that I'm thinking of that they had recorded John and George's parts. And so Ringo and Paul decided to go in and finish it. And it came out a little weird, but it was also very, very interesting to be hearing.
Yeah. Oh, I did hear something about that.
Singing alongside young John Lennon again.
Bands
Free
do
as a
that.
Bird and Real Love were released in '95. Those were the Beatles songs.
Yeah,
it's really funny when bands are like do that. Like they're like, we're gonna put out this song that we're either finished or these tracks that we never released.
Mm-hmm.
It's never good.
No,
like there's a reason you do. Yeah.
If it was any good.
Like sometimes it's like, the demo version. You're like, wow, this is way better than the version they released. Like that Black Sabbath song.
Yep.
That Bruce really liked. They had that like interim singer guy before
Was it
Dio.
Headless Cross?
No.
Oh, before Dio. Oh shit.
It's like a really great version of the song. People get so excited about that shit. And I'm like, I mean, yeah, sure. If you're like obsessed with the band, like I listened to Misfits Cuts from the Crypt the other day.
No. Look,
nothing good on there.
Even the greatest bands that have ever existed, whose most of their songs were hits.
Yeah.
Or at least fan favorites to somebody. Like, they're just consistently great with their releases. Yeah, they wrote a ton of other shit, too.
Yeah.
And they were like, this isn't good enough to release, let's shelve it.
Yeah.
And when those guys are 90, yeah, they might come out with a compilation of that stuff, but you can't expect it to.
Mm-mm.
I don't remember what was on Cuts from the Crypt, but I remember I didn't listen to it too often.
It had the Romero songs from Bruiser. It had Bruiser, those and Fiend Without a Face. Some demos and shit. The short music for Short People song.
Mm-hmm.
God, I forgot they were on that.
And like the vinyl tracks from the records.
Oh my god, these aren't good.
No. It was a big deal when that shit came out.
Fiend Without a Face.
That's not too bad.
Casey sent me a picture of a record, like the vinyl release of Short Music for Short People, and I was like, did you find that in a estate sale or something? Like, if you did, buy it immediately. Because I've wanted a copy of that for a long time. I'm sure we probably would all take a vinyl copy. Even Josh, you don't really collect vinyl anymore, but
it would be cool to have, I guess. Yeah.
But it's like a $200 record.
Yeah.
Because they never did a repress of it.
Such a stupid idea for a compilation.
She was like, no, somebody on a Facebook group that I'm on posted that they found it for $100, and I'm like, honestly can't say that I would spend $100 on it.
Yeah.
Even if I found it for half price, half the going rate. But like, don't tease me like that.
Yeah.
I liked the Lunatics song on that compilation.
I don't remember anybody's song.
I remember Nerf Herder's song.
I remember the Blink song.
I was thinking of you while I jerked off into my sock last night.
Okay, yeah. That is...
I wonder if that's on Spotify. I'm going to listen to short... No.
It's not. No, people have made Short Music for Short People playlists, but I don't think most of the tracks, in their 30-second versions, are on. Because, like, Guar put Fish Fuck on there. But Fish Fuck is like a 3.5-minute long song. They just shortened it for that album.
Yeah.
So, like, they would put the full versions of songs on there
if the Misfits
on Spotify, but...
song is the 30-second one. I wonder if the one on Cuts from the Crypt...
They fleshed it out.
I mean, it's not a good song, so who cares?
Oh, they made it. We just dug it out and cut it down.
It's just
New York Ranger.
It's just
Short Music.
fucking
they were
Michael.
Like, hey, do you guys want to do a song?
Yeah.
They're like, I guess fuck, we have this.
Yeah, we have the song about hockey.
About hockey.
Yeah.
Wow.
I want to be a New York Ranger. I want to live a life of danger.
Oh, I
the
don't
Cuts
think
from
they
the
wrote
Crypt
that
version
song.
is
Maybe they didn't.
Because Bender
minute
sings
38.
it in...
Cuts from the Crypt version is a minute 38.
Okay,
Oh, wow.
it's
so
extended.
yeah.
All right, so it's a cover.
Yeah, Bender was singing that song in Breakfast Club.
Okay.
So...
Oh, okay. So they
and
just
that would
covered
not that might not have predated the Misfits themselves, but it would have predated anybody hearing that song.
it. It would have predated the Graves era.
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh, that was a Graves track?
Yeah, Cuts from the Crypts at Graves.
Oh, okay.
They're a Misfits thing.
All right.
See, that song was written by John Cafiro of Osaka pop star fame.
Oh.
Ugh.
Huh. I'm
sorry, Osaka pop star fucking sucked. I have no idea why they were so associated with that guy.
I
don't know.
one Osaka pop star record.
And it sucks.
No, but only because it's a collab with Weird Al Yankovic, covering Beat on the Brad.
Okay.
It's actually not bad.
Do you remember that tribute to the Ramones? That came out in like 2002, 3, 4-ish.
Did Rob Zombie do that?
Yeah, the one that Rob Zombie did.
Oh God! I mean, I remember his cover.
I bought that. Oh, that was horrible. So bad. I bought that record in a Kmart in like Indiana, maybe Ohio, on the way back from my aunt's visiting my aunt in Chicago, and I was like, why did I make my mom stop at the Kmart so I could buy it? I don't know. It's like a weird thing. So like I must have been pumped for it, but it was so bad.
Let's go to Kmart and pick up that.
I don't. Maybe I'm mistaking it. Maybe it wasn't that record. Because I was just sitting here thinking, like, I got American Psycho the same way. So maybe it was American Psycho that I got, and for some reason I just
conflated that with
maybe.
Yeah.
Or that was just my shit.
I bought a Rob Zombie record at it was a White Zombie album at Walmart once.
At Walmart?
Only once.
Don't do that.
Yep. It was fucking censored.
Yep.
It was American-made music to strip by. My first clue that it was not going to be a good experience is that the album was only called American-made music in Walmart.
I'm surprised. I mean, I guess he didn't have any say in it, but I'm surprised Rob would not have pitched a fit about that. I guess back then, who was White Zombie to say anything?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I mean, he probably pitched a fit, but he probably also
Nobody
took
cared.
the check.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet it probably ruffled his feathers.
Farming in a straight line.
Oh, God,
so fucking bad.
That cover completely misunderstands what's even good about Blitzkrieg Bop.
Yes,
it's not the basic melody, and it's not the lyric. You could say that about most Ramones songs. It's the vibe, and the only thing he changed was the vibe of the song.
Yeah, he sucked all the energy out of the song.
Yeah, no, like the
I think the only ones that were good were
good.
The punk bands that just did fucking
straight covers,
like Green Day doing a Ramones song.
Yeah.
What did Iggy do? I don't think that was good either.
I can guarantee you he wasn't wearing a shirt when he did it. That's all I know.
Yep. You could get me to go to a stadium show to see Iggy, I think.
Sure. I mean, you don't have much time left to do it, probably.
But he doesn't even play fucking America anymore.
Oh, no?
No, it's all Europe.
Wow.
You think Iggy Pop is going to die.
That's the thing. Either we don't have much time left with Iggy, or...
Iggy doesn't have much time left with us.
Iggy is just going to go off and start living with the cockroaches a while to get used to them, because it's just going to be them and him and maybe Ozzy.
Yeah, I think...
We thought Dio was going to be on that list, too, but...
I never thought Dio was going to live forever.
Oh, I did. A man with a voice like that can't die.
Well, he did.
He did. He did.
Oh, man. Dio was old for a long-ass time.
That was an
true.
old-looking man.
He was taller than Danzig, though.
Dio was so old, he invented the horns.
It's true.
It's true.
It is very true.
Yeah.
Literally a true thing.
Now, Lemmy's a shocker.
Yeah, that's one that you
Yeah.
didn't see happening.
Yeah, you would think if Lemmy was going to die, he'd have done it a long time ago. That man had more speed than Speedy Gonzalez. And he was less racist about it, too.
At least until you got to the Nazi collection.
Yeah, he was way... I mean, I don't think he... I don't know. What do I know about Lemmy?
See,
Yeah, right.
Lemmy doesn't seem like a racist, but I do have concerns about anyone with a giant Nazi collection.
Right. It's always a concern. Although I will say I've seen like things that Lemmy has done over the years where like he'll be taking questions from fans or he'll just be like talking to people, and there was this kid that was like, so like I'm a black kid and I live in a black neighborhood but I fucking love metal.
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
And everybody wants to get on me about it, and he's like, well, fuck them. Just because you're black doesn't mean you can't be into metal. I
Yeah.
mean, he didn't say it like that. He said it in Lemmy speak, but I can't do Lemmy speak. I'm high right now, but I haven't done enough drugs to talk like Lemmy.
I can't do Lemmy speak? No.
No.
I can do Lemmy singing.
Yeah.
It hurts.
Mm-hmm. You do Lemmy singing for about half of the Ace of Spades, and then...
Yeah, like, listen... Okay. Havana Affair by Red Hot Chili Peppers. Thumbs down.
God, I don't even want to hear anything that's
It's horrible.
with Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah. Rob Zombie's Blitzkrieg Bop.
Also thumbs down.
Eddie Vedder and Zeke, I Believe in Miracles.
Not interested.
Not interested, but
I bet that was good, though.
it was just a Ramones cover.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
just a
Yeah.
favorite. I bet it was fine then. Yeah.
Zeke doesn't know how to play anything else.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
that
mean, you
one
could have
wasn't
just
bad.
left it at Zeke doesn't know how to play. You
Yeah.
can do a Ramones cover.
That's a 1 out of 3 so far. 53rd and 3rd by Metallica is fucking terrible. Beat on the Bat by U2
Oh, fuck you.
made me hate U2 even more because they extolled the virtues of the Ramones and then they released that bullshit.
Jesus fucking Christ. Like,
It was really-
seriously, Bono
Yeah.
singing Beat on the Brat.
Yeah.
Kill me. Just fucking kill me.
Do you remember Rock and Roll Radio by Kiss? Kind of sounds like a Kiss song anyways.
Put a pin in Kiss.
But who paid Kiss to do that?
Yeah. They didn't give a shit about
Kiss
the
does not seem like a... Yeah, exactly.
KKK Took My Baby Away, Marilyn Manson.
Oh, that's a bad look.
Interesting, yeah. Interesting thought experiment there. Terrible in practice. Outsider by Green Day, good. The Pretenders, Something to Believe In. I don't remember it. So we'll leave that one up in the air. Rancid doing Sheena as a punk rocker, good. Pete Yorn doing I Want to Be Your Boyfriend.
Okay. I bet that was good.
That's probably not too bad.
Yeah.
I don't remember that one either. I Want to Be Sedated, The Offspring. Yeah, that's fine.
Oh,
But-
yeah, no, totally heard that one.
Yeah, it was on the Idle Hands soundtrack.
Ah, yeah.
Please listen how quickly I hit you with that like I fucking knew it and I'm not looking at the Wikipedia page.
I do kind of remember watching that, though, and being like, wait a minute, is that the Offspring doing a Ramones song?
I fucking
Here-
love that movie.
Here Today, Gone Tomorrow by Rooney. Return of Jackie and Judy by Tom Waits.
I bet that was killer, too.
That's not a great Ramones song.
Well, I mean,
But
you
it's
could
Tom
say that
Waits.
about every Tom Waits
Yeah.
song.
But I mean,
I love Tom Waits, but like,
Wait, you could say that
you're
about
not going to be like, oh, this is a Tom Waits song that's fucking untouchable. No.
Oh, I thought you were
No.
trying to say you could say every Tom Waits song isn't a good Ramones song.
Oh. That's also true.
Yeah.
not entirely. Because Tom Waits did I Don't Want to Grow Up.
Oh,
And
you're
the
right.
Ramones
Yeah.
covered that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
And
great.
It was a killer
Yeah.
cover, yeah. Yeah, see, this record got it backwards. Let the Ramones cover everybody else.
Yeah, right? Fucking right? Daytime Dilemma by Eddie Vedder and Zeke. Which I'm sure is fine like the other one.
This is honestly just a weird track list.
Yeah.
And the final... Then there were 3 tracks of 10 Seconds of Silence.
Fuck off.
And then Today Your Love, Tomorrow Your World by John Frusciante. How do you say that name?
It's the Chili Peppers guy.
Chili Peppers guy.
Oh, well, never mind then.
Yeah, we don't care how to say your name. And then there were 3 more tracks of silence, of 10 Seconds of Silence.
Yeah, that's not a compilation I'd put together.
No.
I wouldn't consider a lot of those people to be on it.
Even if it's just like the Ramones versions of those songs, I'd leave a bunch of those off.
But this whole thing was Rob Zombie's baby.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's why Rob Zombie's on it, and also why most of those other people are on it probably too. Rob Zombie has made some very good music, and I like a lot of it, but at the same time, he does not have the best judgment.
Oh, I Just Want to Have Something to Do by Garbage was all right. I skipped that one. That one was all right.
Rob Zombie has made one very good music repeatedly.
Yeah.
So, the worst tribute album that I've ever heard is called Kiss My Ass. It's a Kiss tribute album, and I bought it at a yard sale for like 50 cents because, specifically because, the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones did Detroit Rock City. And I'm like, well, I gotta hear that. That's worth 50 cents to me. But I listened to the
I
whole...
guess that was 50 cents would be worth it. I feel like it was... I've heard it. I remember being like, not enough Boss Tones in this.
It's
a Kiss song that they just kind of had Dickie singing, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
They didn't do enough with it, in my opinion.
I love Boss Tones, but I caught a glimpse of
don't do that.
Dickie Barrett's internet presence.
Don't do that. It hurts. He's
that man loved RFK.
Yeah.
And he was not going to vote for anyone else.
They broke up because of COVID shots. That's why the band broke up.
Is it? Wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And Dickie was on the against side.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
man,
I think it was probably the straw that broke the camel's back, but yeah, that was a big reason. That's so it's just like I don't want to hear any. I just leave him. Just stay out of my view, please. Don't ruin this.
I'm gonna tell you who's on this record, but I'm not gonna bother saying what they covered unless you ask because it's Kiss and who gives a fuck.
Yeah, right.
So Lenny Kravitz, Garth Brooks, Anthrax, Gin Blossoms,
Ew.
Toad the Wet Sprocket.
If Toad the Wet Sprocket is on your tribute album, you're doing something wrong.
Guess what song they did?
Rock and Roll.
Yep. Rock and Roll All Night.
No, you don't, Toad the Wet Sprocket.
Right? Exactly. And also, if you number one, if you've got Toad the Wet Sprocket on your Kiss compilation, you're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
You gave them their biggest hit.
Yeah, why?
Lying little shit. You don't rock and roll all night and party every day.
No. You don't even you easy listening all evening and go to bed at a reasonable hour.
Shandy's Addiction, which I don't know anything about, and they don't have a Wikipedia page either. Dinosaur Jr. was on it. Extreme.
Still doing more than words.
It is absolutely the More Than Words band. Okay. Sure. The Lemonheads. Mighty Mighty Boss Tones, and Yoshiki? Yoshiki Hayashi. Japanese musician, songwriter, composer, record producer, film director, and fashion designer.
Wait,
holy shit.
Had their own track, or?
Yeah. They did a song called Black Diamond, which I'm not at all familiar with. That was one that was written by Paul Stanley, so that's probably what we don't know about it.
Yeah. Did anybody do I Was Made for Loving You?
Nope.
Of course not.
Apparently,
I feel like you could do something with that song. Kisses didn't even do something with that song. Like, the bones are there, and then fucking Kiss owns it.
Apparently there was a release of the album that had a bonus track by D'Arza.
D'Arts.
They're
Your name is
German
Diarrhea. You just say it funny. Be real.
Did you guys see that video of Ace Frehley claiming he invented tapping?
Like guitar?
Yeah.
No, I didn't see that.
Van Halen stole it from him, and then he goes on to demonstrate it, and it's an absolute fucking mess.
Oh, God.
Like Corey Feldman.
Yeah.
Corey Feldman. I did look that up. I watched him do it.
Oh, so bad.
I watched him do it, and
The fucking facial expressions he makes.
Was there ever a good tribute album you can think of?
yeah,
all the punk bands that did full Ramones albums.
Yeah.
yeah. There's actually like 2 They Might Be Giants tribute albums that I really dig.
Okay.
They got the guy from Blue's Clues to do a song on it, and it was real good. There is a Devo tribute album called "We Are Not Devo."
Mm-hmm.
That's very good.
Accurate.
Yeah. Yep. I think they got Me First on that, and that felt like a misstep because do they usually put Me First and the Gimme Gimmes on tribute albums? Because like their records are just
Tribute albums. Yeah.
Like
I don't know. I don't.
I can't remember.
I can't think of
hearing
any
them
Fat
on-
Records tribute albums that they would have.
There was a Slapshot tribute album called Boston Drops the Gloves, which was just a bunch of Boston punk and hardcore bands doing Slapshot covers.
Huh.
And that was pretty good.
Ooh. What was the Metallica tribute album series called? Nativity in Black was Black Sabbath, I think, but it might have been Metallica.
I don't know.
There's a Metallica tribute album where they got a lot of like fucking industrial, and even like bordering on like EDM bands to do Metallica tracks, and some of those were real good.
There was this one punk label, and I forget exactly who it was, but they used to put out like, you know, they do like a tribute to a punk tribute to the Sex Pistols, a punk tribute to Metallica, a punk tribute to,
Oh yeah, I remember that.
like specific bands, Nirvana, and then I don't know if they were the ones that also started doing like the Punk Goes Pop and stuff.
I think they were.
I think Fearless did like the Punk Goes Pop record.
Yeah, that sounds right to me.
Tribute to Metallica. I can't remember what this label was, but they had like Blank 77 and
Didn't Boy Sets Fire do a Metallica song? Or did they?
I think they did.
I think I have that on a 7. Was it Hopeless?
No.
No.
I don't think I even know that song.
No, it was the record label. I mean.
Oh, got it.
No, they did. Dun, 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 that one.
So this is
This
this says it's Cleopatra Records.
I could be fucking any other label.
Yeah, because Cleopatra
was a
had
umbrella
fucking
label.
everything.
Yeah.
Was that part of Master of Puppets?
Yeah. Maybe not. Maybe that wasn't it. I don't fucking remember. I got the record somewhere.
They totally ripped off Master of Puppets when they made Doom.
They
definitely one
ripped
of the
off everybody when they made Doom.
Yeah. There's Anthrax in there.
Filter.
There's
They did
Iron
Filter.
Maiden.
Iron
Yeah,
Maiden. Filter. Yeah.
Yeah. Not complaining.
No.
That game had a killer soundtrack.
Yeah, it did.
Killer MIDI soundtrack.
I've been working my way through the old Doom games.
Yeah.
They play really... I got a Steam Deck. They play really well on there.
Okay.
It was just...
You can
randomly
circle strafe effectively for the first time.
Yeah. I played through all of Ultimate Doom, which was a lot of bad shit on in that game. And now I'm working on Doom 64.
Oh, cool.
Never played it. Never played through that.
Quake 64 was also very interesting.
Yeah. Good stuff though. Doom's good.
Did you hear that they're doing, and it's being released on a physical cartridge through Limited Run, they're doing Doom for Super Nintendo again, but with all of the episodes in it. And the guy who originally ported Doom to Super Nintendo is involved. And they actually designed a Super FX3 chip.
Yeah.
For this cartridge.
That's cool.
And I'm like,
that's pretty cool.
I think I have to buy that.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. But yeah, it's supposed to be like a really upgraded version of Doom, the Doom experience on Super Nintendo.
There's this dope WAD, myhouse.wad.
Yeah.
It's so fucking cool.
It's a lot.
And it's like, I didn't expect it to be unnerving.
Yeah.
Even though I had a pretty good idea of what happens in it. It's fucking wild.
Yeah.
Somebody put some fucking work into that.
I don't know how they even did it.
I watched the video.
There's things...
I know how they did it, but how they came up with how... Like, I watched a video of how they did it.
But, like, how they figured out to do
that. Was the impressive part.
Yeah, it's all clearly possible, but, like, it wasn't supposed to do that.
Because they used GZ Doom...
Sounds like a rapper name.
GZ Doom.
GZ Doom.
I like it.
Like in Doom, whenever you teleport, you get that little squiggly lines in front of you.
Yeah.
GZ Doom took that out. Like, you can teleport without that. That's why...
Oh, so you're
going
moving
to
a different place, and it doesn't look like you are.
Right.
That's insane.
It's clever as shit.
Yeah.
It's so creepy. That game is... That Doom... level is so fucking creepy.
Also, like, the first time I saw it, I was watching somebody play it on YouTube.
Yeah, me too. John Romero.
Oh, you watched John Romero play it?
Yeah, I was like, okay, why is he playing this? Why is this a thing?
Like, why is there a video of John Romero playing a Doom WAD right now?
Yeah, of somebody's house.
Yeah. And, like, it really does make you think... Have you seen this?
No.
Oh, dude, it's so
ridiculous. But it makes you really think that all it is a Doom map of somebody's house.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it isn't.
I feel like I heard about that.
Yeah.
Like, you go into the house and it's just somebody's house, and, like, so long as you need to find the blue key to get out the front gate.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, you can't find it, so you're running around the house, and all of a sudden you pass the window, and there's, like, an item out there. You're like, oh shit, that wasn't there before, I'm gonna go get it. And you go out and you come back in, and the house is upgraded, like, it's like 10 years later. There's an Xbox and shit.
The house suddenly becomes, like, larger on the outside.
Yeah, and then you're running through it, you're like, oh, I don't know how they did that, but that's cool, I traveled, now it's a future house. Yeah. And, I've got the red key, now I got it. Where'd the front door go?
Yeah.
There's no front door anymore.
And then all of a sudden...
Yeah, and then you're
everything's just going completely off the rails.
You go up in the attic, and it's just an attic with the fucking Hellraiser bed. And there's a mirror, and it's reflecting something, you can't see it, and then you go down in the basement, and you push the fucking... like a book out of the way, like a bookshelf out of the way, and all of a sudden all the artwork is completely changed. All the monsters are fucking creepy as fuck.
The house is basically in ruins.
Yeah, it's so well done.
Yeah.
And I didn't even finish it.
Huh.
And you do end up in, like, some other dimension at that point too. Like,
it is so well done.
Yeah.
I got there and I was like, you know what? I am more unnerved than I thought I would be at this point. I don't need this.
And it's also possibly the only Doom wad I've ever heard of that there is lore for outside of the wad itself, because it was purportedly, and I don't know if that was actually true. I don't think it was. This is a modern thing, but it was something that a guy said, like, his friend recently passed away.
Yeah.
And one of the things that he found was a Doom wad that he had made back in the day when they were heavy into Doom.
And a lot of the, like, if you read some of the README text, it's just like, don't play this. Like, he went pretty far. Like, yeah, I probably don't want to play this. It's weird shit happened to me, but I'm putting it out there for my friend. You know, they did the full package,
hinting at, it might be a little haunted.
Yeah, that fucking worked.
yeah.
Clever as shit.
Yeah, that's
turns out to more or less be House of Leaves and Doom.
Kinda. Yeah. I never actually read House of Leaves, but everything I've heard about it, sounds about right.
It's really, really well done. It's so boring watching John Romero play, too, not knowing what was happening. Because he's just like, well, nice, yeah. Well, look, they're using... Okay, this is the engine after we did Hexen, because the doors are opening outwards. And that's clever. He's just like, where'd the chainsaw... he's just casually commenting on it. He's like, this isn't right.
Did he...
He didn't know anything about
it. Or did somebody put him down in front of a computer?
It was like, I don't know if it was a stream, so maybe they were recommending he play it or something. I don't know.
And he's just like being nice about it. He's like, okay, it's
like it was like he didn't quite know why
this
it was
is
recommended.
Mm-hmm.
He probably figured like, well, there's got to be something, otherwise why is
Yeah, and then I imagine
it's just like, oh god.
I still want.
Well done. I said that was really well done.
Mm-hmm. I still want to make a T-shirt with that old Daikatana ad that says John Romero's about to make you his bitch. Like just that on a T-shirt.
Man, I thought that game was gonna be so fucking cool. I couldn't figure it out. I didn't know.
Did you get it for N64?
No.
Okay, because I think in the N64 version, it's actually impossible to beat the first or second level unless you like using Game Genie code.
Doug, you don't have Mothra versus Godzilla on Laserdisc, do you?
I do not. I don't have any Godzilla on Laserdisc, actually.
Yeah. So they put out 4K versions of like 7 of the old Godzilla movies. And me being me, decided, hey, why don't I take that source footage and recut the US dubs? And I've got one more to do.
Oh, shit.
It's actually not that hard to do. But apparently Mothra vs. Godzilla, there's footage
that was only on like
only
versions.
for US, and the best quality you can get
is the Laserdisc.
Yeah.
I wonder how much it goes for. That's an interesting question.
Well, I also don't know if the extra footage they put out on the Japanese 4K disc looks good or not.
Fair.
Because if it does, I might just get that. But those worth. I mean, I don't know how easy it is to get video off a Laserdisc.
It's about as easy as getting it off of a VCR.
Okay, just I guess capturing would be.
It's really all you can do. Yeah. There's no way to rip it because it's all analog.
Yeah.
So. Whoa! It had a Criterion release.
Really?
No. Oh, it was canceled. It was going to get a Criterion release. And
I'll be alright with that.
Right?
I mean, I've got all the Godzilla movies on Criterion now. They put out a big old box set.
Okay. It doesn't look like this is a particularly expensive release if you wanted to. Like, depending on if you actually end up needing to, but...
Yeah, let's see if I can find what I can find.
Laserdisc. I'm just checking eBay now to make sure that it's not just a super rare movie that never comes up. Because... So, Guar put out a Laserdisc in Japan only.
Right.
For Live from Antarctica. And... I've wanted a copy of it since I started collecting Laserdiscs. So I was like, oh fuck, there's a Gwar Laserdisc?
Sure.
Who would have bought that? Turns out, nobody. Especially not in Japan. When copies of it come up, they go for over $2,500. But if you look on like the Laserdisc database site, it hasn't sold there for years and years and years. So like the highest price anybody's paid for it is like $100. Godzilla vs. Mothra. Oh, that's the Japanese
Wait,
movie.
is it Godzilla vs. Mothra or Mothra from 1964 or 91?
Mothra vs. Godzilla, 1964.
64, yeah.
That's the Japanese one, though. Oh, Godzilla vs. Mothra was 1992.
Yep.
Okay. That might actually be an expensive one because I'm only seeing the Japanese version.
Yeah.
Seeing plenty of Godzilla King of the Monsters.
We'll see how hard my tism takes over.
Do you want a copy of Godzilla 98 on Laserdisc?
Does anybody?
Apparently, because it sells for over $100.
Oh.
It was a late release for Laserdisc. The last ones were put out in like 2000, and that was 98. So, I have actually been thinking about selling off my Laserdiscs. The problem is I don't want to fucking ship them.
Yeah, it's annoying.
Yeah.
Gotta be annoying.
Like, I'd probably just weed out the ones that aren't going to go for a lot and just sell them as a bulk lot to somebody local. But, like, the ones that are valuable, I have some that are ridiculously expensive.
Yeah.
Like, the fucking Last Unicorn, the animated movie, could probably easily get $200 for that.
Damn.
Like, even after they... Like, because for a long time it was expensive because they didn't have a DVD or Blu-ray release of it, but they did a Blu-ray release of it. Price on that has not come down.
Is it something you care? Is that a movie you care about?
To an extent, but I don't care $200 about it. Like I can put it on the Plex. I don't need the Laserdisc. And like Basketball, the Trey Parker Matt Stone movie, that's probably a good $150-$200 because it's another late release.
It's all right. It's not worth it.
I dragged my dad to see that shit.
You watched that movie with your dad.
Yeah.
With the gigantic dongs and everything.
Now I got a kiss in my head.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's never a good thing. When I was driving over here, is like right when I was coming down the street over there, I got a notification on my phone. I was like, oh, that's probably Doug. Just texting us, be like, all right, I'm home now.
Oh, right on. That would have been considerate of me.
I wish it was. I looked at it. It's like, you have a $15 charge to OnlyFans. I'm like, what?
I don't remember doing that while I was driving just now.
No. And what it is like, you know, if you like join someone's trial or something,
It just auto renews.
yeah, you can always turn auto renew off, but then they'll be like, for people who have auto renew on, we send out free videos every week. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna fucking get the free videos, and then
just remember to cancel.
I did not remember to cancel.
Nah, that's what they're banking on. They want to get you for at least that 1 month.
They got me.
Damn.
You know, I have to say, so this is something I've noticed. That Instagram algorithm,
Mm-hmm.
it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
So, just 2 nights ago, maybe 2 nights, I forget when it was. Phil's game ended early, so we were just kind of chilling. We didn't have anything to watch. And so I was just on the iPad scrolling Instagram Reels. We were watching them together. Dogs, haha, funny videos, haha, you know. And Dee's like, all right, I'm going up to bed. As soon as she walked away, it's like fat ass big tits. I was like, Somebody's good. So whoever programmed this, I was like, wow. Like as soon as our phones weren't in like Bluetooth range, I guess.
I was like, all right, we're alone now.
Let's show you some titties.
Let's get this man some tits.
I saw a thing pop up on the news the other day that a husband and wife were arrested for murdering some chick in their apartment. The wife was a hooker. Like, on the hooker pages.
Oh, like browsable by someone sitting at this table.
Yeah. 'Cause I saw the face and I was like, how do I know that face?
So, like, you kind of half recognized her.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, I have not partaken in about a year, so there was no
No crossover there.
no crossover, but there was that part of me that was like, oh shit. there was definitely an opportunity.
Do we know why they killed the guy?
I have no idea.
Yeah, he might have deserved it.
They could have.
Have you ever heard Goodbye Earl?
No, it was some lady. They got into an argument.
Okay.
I guess in their apartment.
Oh,
And
Well,
when
you're
the
not.
police-
You're.
Oh, it was her and him that got into a lady that killed the
Yeah,
lady in
yeah.
their apartment. That's right.
Yeah, but you're not the kind of guy to get into an argument. I'll see myself and my boner out of here.
I'll be taking my boner elsewhere. Thank you.
You're safe.
At my age, you can't take a boner anywhere. You gotta use it on the spot or lose it.
Just gonna randomly text Casey in the middle of the podcast. Get home now. You gentlemen can wait down here.
I don't care if you watch. I want someone to witness. It still works.
But yeah,
I think you would care
that's
if we
fucking
watched.
weird.
I probably would. That would
It'd
be
be
a little
kinda
weird,
weird,
right? Yeah.
Would you?
It would be awkward.
How would you react?
You're like, guys.
I mean, would you?
That's probably all you get out of
yeah.
me.
I mean,
But
I don't know.
it would be weird. I'd feel some
Would
kind
you-
of way about it.
Would you put in your best effort, or would you just be like awkward?
Oh no! I mean, I'm gonna make the most of the moment,
Okay.
but
Fuck that.
You go overboard, and Casey's like, "What are you doing?"
we're just like, it's called a jackhammer. And I'll say it exactly like that too.
I'm just jackhammering for the boys.
Jackhammer for the boys. She's like, I'm not fucking a goblin
You're
right
just
now.
like, you're not even inside me right now. Like, that's the bed.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
two
if
bed
I
sheets.
tried to jackhammer somebody, I would not be inside them. Let's be honest. Even with the little blue pills.
It's okay. My back hurts too much to even think about fucking anymore.
Yeah, fair enough. You know that old, tired Jeff Foxworthy bit where he's talking about, like, you can't have sex after you eat because you're afraid you'll make noises?
No,
I don't
For some
remember
reason,
that.
that bit is stuck into my head since, like, the 90s, but... Man, that shit's true. There's been so many times where we're like, hey, do you want to, do a thing tonight? It's like, yeah, totally. And then we'd eat, like, lasagna for dinner and be like,
I
mind.
don't think lasagna
it
is
wasn't the best choice.
Yeah, that was.
But the lasagna was already ready. We had planned on lasagna that night before we planned on fucking that.
Yeah.
I think we talked about it before, like going to Five Guys and then fucking it's just not on the table.
No.
Yeah, no. It's not. Dude, going to Five Guys and then getting off the couch later before bedtime is negotiable. We had Five Guys probably a couple of months ago. Just one of those things where it's like, I don't feel like making dinner. What are you feeling? And I'm always like, I could eat a burger. I could always have a burger. Where is going to depend on the day. And she's like, fuck, do you want Wendy's? And I'm like, I always want Wendy's, but you know what I kind of also want today?
We only eat Wendy's on Mondays. Well, why don't you eat them on Wednesday? Because it's not Monday.
It's not Wendy's Day. Oh, I get it. I actually literally just got it. Fuck. But yeah, it was just like, yeah, I could actually go for Five Guys right now. And Casey, luckily, was like, oh my god, me too. So we're like, okay, we're going to drop fucking half of a rent payment on
$30 for 2 burgers.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
And we got it, and we chowed down, and I didn't even finish my burger, and I was just a fucking blob.
Yeah.
I didn't finish the
I haven't
fries
had it in a
either.
long time. I'm not into that. A couple weeks ago, we were trying to figure out what to get for dinner, and we were going to be in the Lebanon area, like the little shopping areas, and I just wrongly assumed that there was no possible way that my wife would agree to getting hibachi takeout. And I like recommended basically every other thing in that area. And I was like, oh, it's left is hibachi. And she was just like, oh, that sounds good. And I was like, really? I was so fucking excited.
Oh my god. Wow.
Because it's real good. It's like real good.
That's the one where they like chop the shit
Yeah.
and throw it at you.
Yeah. But you can just get it to go. Like it just
Well, that's no fun.
if it's real good.
Yeah. I didn't like I like the experience of the hibachi, like sitting at the counter and the chef is doing all the crazy moves and shit, but like you don't always get the good chef.
No.
Sometimes you get the guy who like his aim's good when he's like flicking stuff and like having it go in people's mouths, but like the grill tricks and stuff he's just not that great with. Maybe doesn't cook it quite right.
The place in Lebanon, Kugo, when I got moved to my current apartment, I found out that they like to go there.
When I think hibachi, I think Lebanon.
Hey, it's a fucking bright spot. I wholeheartedly advocate for Kugo Hibachi in Lebanon because it is fantastic. The skills are not anything to write home about. But man, they load that shit up with butter.
Oh, it's in a strip mall too.
Yep.
Which is great going down, but once it's like sitting in your stomach.
Yeah. Yep. Can't do it often.
There's not really anything I can pick out on anymore. Well, no, like I can still fuck up pizza. I have no regrets fucking up pizza. But like there are really no foods I want to be filled to the brim with. I just feel gross.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's another realization of getting old.
Yeah. It's the same shit like we were talking about last week where like if I'm drunk I don't like that it doesn't go away when I want it to. Same thing with fucking eating too much.
I think
like it's so miserable.
I think it's just like a matter of as you get older you have less of a tolerance for being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like, when you're younger, you could stuff yourself full of McDonald's and just be, like, bloated the rest of the day. Just be like, oh, it was so good, though. Now it's like, why the fuck did I do that?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Or, like, being drunk. Like, you get drunk and you've got that period where you're like, I'm ready for this to not be a thing. I'm ready to not be drunk anymore.
Uh-huh.
Back in the day, we would just fucking goofball through that shit.
Right.
But, like, now you're like, why do I even drink alcohol anymore?
Yeah. Absolutely. I had my doctor's appointment and he was like, yeah, I had just had a checkup and he was just like, do you drink? I was like, I mean, I don't not drink. He was like, when was the last time you drank? And I was like, I don't know. He's like,
Couldn't
you
even
don't
tell
drink. He's like, we're just going to put doesn't drink.
No. Yeah. My doctor always asks me how many drinks I have in an average week.
Yeah.
It's a standard question. It's usually not the doctor. It's usually the assistant that asks. But, like, I'm like, less than one. Like,
Yeah.
I think I had a drink. I think I had a sip of somebody's drink 6 months ago.
And see, in my experience, you just got to keep it to as short of an answer as possible. Mm-hmm. Because I've had doctors be like, so how often do you drink? I'm like, I've had a 6-pack in my refrigerator since my friend got married in 2015. Like, that's how little I drink. I don't drink. But the next doctor who sees you will be like, you have a 6-pack in your refrigerator all the time. No.
Why did you put that in my chart, you fucking idiot?
Same 6-pack.
Why is that in my chart, you asshole?
I'm like, no, I don't drink. It's been in there for years.
That beer is definitely skunked at this point.
I'll be like, I probably had like 3 of them years ago.
Yeah.
And then the next doctor is like, 3 beers a week. Yeah. Like, no! Man.
Which, I mean, 3 beers a week isn't...
Yeah, it's...
Not even that's not terrible,
not drinking,
but still.
But, like...
But it's inaccurate.
Yeah.
3 beers a decade on average.
Yeah, like, well, I drink socially. Well, how social are you? Not very. Barely.
One time I was like, the last beer I had was during the pandemic. And that still turned into me, like, drinking a beer a week.
Yeah.
So it's like, anytime
you know,
someone
the
asks,
pandemic
I'm just like, no.
Pandemic never ended.
When it comes up now, no, 0 beer.
I could see that, though. Like, during lockdown, you kind of just want to enjoy some of the simpler things in life now and then. And, yeah, I'll have a beer.
Well, during lockdown, like, there was a huge bump in cirrhosis after
Yeah.
The pandemic.
Yeah.
Because people literally just sat around
And
and got fucking shit-faced for an entire year.
Yeah, that'll do it. That will do it.
Not like, oh, hey, I'll have my first beer of the week, and then maybe I'll get another one next week. No, they're like,
I mean, yeah.
I'm drinking an entire fucking 5th of tequila tonight.
Meanwhile, your doctor's putting on your chart during the pandemic, drank 1 6-pack.
Yeah. Yeah, like, you guys, I missed you guys pretty fierce during the pandemic, but other than that, it was... It
was pretty cool.
It was pretty nice.
I was thinking about that the other day. Like, it was terrible that millions of people were dying.
Absolutely.
But you know what? There were always people online to play video games with.
Mm-hmm.
You just
Yeah.
took it easy.
Yeah, it was...
Oh, man, we just fucking hung out.
Yeah, like, we just did shit. Like, I watched movies.
We all
Yeah.
had
Walked the
money.
dogs and shit.
Just like life's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And the pandemic ends, and fuck.
God, it takes a worldwide pandemic that kills millions in order for all of us to experience the way life should
Yeah,
be. For
yeah,
a few
exactly.
months.
Yeah. Thinking those, the Georgia Guidestones, the ones that are like, we need a world population of like 6 million people. They were onto something.
They were.
Yeah. Fucking Georgia
It was good times.
Make it simple.
Yeah.
I'm not going to let that be forgotten either. I got good at least 20 years probably left in me. I'm going to make sure everybody knows when they start teaching kids about the pandemic. I'm going to be like, hey, don't let them teach you it was terrible. It was not.
Maybe it was terrible for them.
Yeah, it was terrible for people that do too much shit.
Let's see. I could see Ken lasting like another 40 years.
80?
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you could hit 80.
Yeah. You cleaned up all the steak and stuff.
Yeah. You take better care of yourself in general than we do.
I'm not the heaviest I've ever been,
Well,
but
at least
sure.
Josh takes better care of himself than I do now, but...
Sure.
I most certainly do not. I'm fucking dying.
Yeah, but you're trying not to.
Not necessarily trying not to. I'm just trying to make sure it's not a painful death.
Trying to ease it.
So I figure, like, if my liver shits the bed, I've got, like, 2 years. If it's all in my head, I've got, like, 10 years.
So a conservative 6.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll average it out.
Okay.
You know what? Let's go liberal 7, because I don't want anything conservative.
Yeah, we don't want...
I don't want anybody to get the wrong idea.
Nope, nothing.
Take it back.
We got a liberal 7.
I was going to say it could have been a liberal 6.5 even, but that doesn't feel very liberal, does it?
Not a 6.5, no.
6.5 is a very conservative number, regardless of context.
Yeah.
It just has that vibe.
Liberal, I don't know, like extremely liberal would be like, fuck your patriarchal number system. I don't know. No, there's some people who are so liberal that I'm just like, I support you, but I don't know what you're fucking saying. I'm just gonna be like, you take the wheel, because just tell me what to do.
I feel that. I definitely
that happens
like,
frequently. I'm just like, all right, is the road we're going down good enough? Sure. Tell me what to do.
I see all the stuff on the internet now. It's like, I don't understand all the gender politics and stuff like that. I'm not against it. You do you. Live your life. I want no negative impact on anyone.
Exactly. Like, yeah, exactly. Like,
I'm old and I just don't get things anymore.
Yeah, just like, you know what? I know that I'm a dude that likes women, so I don't have an opinion in this. So just don't yell at me when I accidentally say something wrong.
The only reason I understand as much as I do about anything anymore is because Casey will watch TikTok on the TV.
She's young enough to still plug
barely.
in.
Barely.
Well, that's our fucking... You're my lifeline, so... If I need something explained, I'm like, well, Doug will have a better handle on this than I do.
Yeah, that is a tragic state of affairs, but it is true.
Yep. Yeah, I got so confused watching TikTok.
Yeah.
And I mean, my rule of thumb is, look, as long as you're not hurting anyone, whatever you say.
Yep. Like... I get the pronouns thing. Like, you don't feel like a he. You don't want people calling you a he. If I call you a he, just tell me, and I'll do my best to remember.
Yep.
If I slip...
But you know what?
It's not the people who want to be called something in particular that get bent out of shape about it. Is that where we're going? Because that's the first thing I'm thinking of.
I've seen people complain that people ask them their pronouns now.
Yeah.
That's like
I don't understand why you're complaining, because that's what I thought that's what you were working towards, and maybe that's why I don't get it.
Yeah.
Because if someone wants to make sure that they don't say something wrong to you,
they should ask.
And then you're like, no, fuck you. How dare you assume I use different pronouns, even though I do?
My fear, I'll put it this way, my fear of saying the wrong thing in that instance is purely logistical. Because if I'm sitting with 6 people and they give me their names, maybe my small brain can handle that. But if I'm sitting with 6 people and their pronouns don't match what I see,
you might have trouble.
I'm going to have trouble with that.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to, but don't fucking flip on me if I mess it up. So I just won't use them. I would just use your name.
I've never had anybody even get a little bit annoyed at me for screwing that up.
Yeah.
Unless it was just somebody who wasn't even involved.
Yeah.
They will get bent out of shape about it. And I'm like, look, this is how you handle this situation. Oh, sorry. correct yourself, and move on with the
Yeah.
conversation.
Yeah.
Don't make a
Yeah.
big deal out of it. You're making a big deal out of it.
Uh-huh.
What? You're making the person you're trying to defend uncomfortable right now.
Like, I honestly, I don't run in circles where I run into people that have non-standard pronouns. So I apologize if I fuck it up.
See,
But you know what?
Even the way you phrase that could be a problem.
Non-standard, yeah, that's a problem too. It's like, Jesus Christ, people, I'm trying. Can't you see that?
Right.
It is a figurative minefield.
Yeah, and I think
And I never mean it to be.
I don't see the other side of it when it's successfully implemented. I don't know what that world looks like. But maybe somebody else does, and I'll just wait for that to happen.
There was
I promise
one time,
you, I want to make sure everybody feels comfortable.
There was one time playing ESO where someone was in the trial group or the raid group, and I called them dude, and they were not happy about that. And at first I was like, well, so that when I say dude, I don't mean it as guy or girl. I
Dude
mean
is
it
not a gender
or
term.
I mean it as guy and girl. Like, we just grew up, I'm a dude, he's
I call my mom dude.
Yeah,
sometimes.
of course.
And she's only gotten bent out of shape about it once, and all I had to say to her was, like, dude, I'd call everybody dude.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm calling you dude, it means I like you, at least.
I know, it's...
I had to try to explain that, but they didn't want to hear it. And I was like, look, I'm sorry, I didn't mean anything by it. That's all I have to say about it.
Yeah.
But they still had a fucking issue with me, and at that point it's like, well, I can't do anything, so
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think the fear that I have of fucking that up for somebody is just like the thought of being like, not just having to remember somebody's name, but remember the other 3 names they want to be called is so much information.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I don't see the system with the proposed way of doing this. But maybe that's just my little brain. I don't know. Maybe I just can't help but think maybe there's a better way around this.
You know what I usually do?
I just don't use them.
I use they, them pronouns for literally everybody.
Why not? Yeah.
If I'm not 100% sure, or I just don't remember, I say them.
Yeah, I try to make an effort to do that.
Yeah.
too.
It just makes it so much easier, because it's like, how dare you assume that I go by they, them? Well, no. I mean, like, that's just a generic pronoun.
Is this a specifically American English problem? Because I remember hearing somewhere that English is a language where it doesn't have gender neutral singular pronouns. And I have to wonder, like, well, if there are other languages that have that, is this just not a issue?
In a lot of places, it kind of isn't.
Yeah.
But, like, there's still always the issue of you don't know what kind of pronouns somebody prefers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But, like,
But like in Spanish or whatever, if it's just we just call people the neutral pronoun.
Our plural pronoun is neutral,
Yeah.
and also has been used as a singular pronoun since, like, before Shakespeare.
Right.
So, like, it's been hundreds and hundreds of years. At this
Just use
point,
it.
like, just use it.
Yeah.
But, I hate trying to explain the whole thing to people, too. Like, you get that one family member. It's like, I don't understand why they want to be called this.
Yeah.
And it's
You're
like, well,
oh god.
would you want someone calling you a he if you're a she, or vice versa? It's like, well, no, but they can tell. But yeah, okay, they can tell, but it would still be very disrespectful to call you something you don't identify as. And to me, that
probably
is
be upset.
as simple as it should be.
Yeah.
You just don't be a piece of shit to other people.
Well, and another way to look at it is even like, okay, you don't get why they want to be referred to that way. You know
You
what?
don't have to.
I have to be honest with you. I don't either because I'm not them.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
you don't need to understand.
No.
100%.
Yeah, it's just like whatever. Does it hurt you if they want to be referred to in a different way than you had assumed at first?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Fuck it. Who cares?
That's why. Yeah, exactly. I'm fucking as plain as anything. Nothing special here.
I do love the people who insist that they don't have pronouns, though.
Oh my god.
That's the I identify as a dragon crowd.
Oh, the autistic humanist in me loves when somebody says that in person. And it's just like, oh, okay. So, like, if I were going to refer to you, oh, sorry, that's a pronoun.
Yeah.
If I were going to refer to John, I would have to say, oh, there goes John. John works at the bar down the street. One time, John and I went to John's house, and then John said, is that how people talk when they're talking about John? No? Guess who has pronouns, John?
Yeah. Yeah. It's...
I don't actually know anybody named John, I don't think. Which is
I
weird, but...
Yeah, neither.
There's nobody in even my, like, extended circles named John.
Used to work with a John, not anymore.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my friend John Lady.
I used to work with J.P. Gilbert. You remember J.P.?
Oh, I do.
His name's John, but he
Yeah,
didn't go by
JP,
John.
I remember that.
Oh, he's a Middletown kid.
I think I found.
I used to bowl with him.
Yeah?
Yeah.
He was always
Did you ever
very
just
nice
go on a deep dive, looking for somebody during a meeting?
Yeah.
Like Googling them?
Yeah, just seeing if you can find what
Or-
somebody's up to
I
nowadays.
don't Google anymore. I Kagi.
Yukagi.
Yeah, I ended up going for a premium search engine.
Okay.
It's useful again. It's like Google used to be before they
Really?
sucked. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can do a trial if you want to try it out. They'll give you like 100 searches a month for free.
Oh.
So, like, if you just want to put it on your phone to use, like, there have been times, because I didn't set my phone's browser to use it by default, that I'll look something up and be like, I am not finding anything close to what I'm looking for right now, and it's all just, like, ads for me to buy things.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't use the internet for anything important anymore.
Right. Well,
Can I see some titties? Thank you.
I've had better
It
luck
helps you
searching for
narrow
porn.
down the titties you're looking for.
I've had better luck searching for porn on Kagi, too. I'm gonna be honest.
All right, because I've been looking for a good nip slip lately.
Okay, yeah.
Been a while.
You're not going to get ads for clothing items that happen to use both of those words in them.
I've also been looking for those. I'm into engineering my own.
Like your tit nits.
It's just
Oh,
remote control nip shirt that just falls, pops titty out.
It's just got little hinged
Yeah.
doors.
life could be so much different if those things went into production.
Tit mitts?
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to tell you, man. You should do it.
That was right. That was like straight pre-pandemic. If you were just 6 months earlier,
Yeah.
tit mitts probably would have been big during the pandemic.
They would have
Tit
stopped
mitts was
people from
only-
drinking during
It
the
was
pandemic.
right. It was
Everyone
right.
would have some titties in
They
the
would have had
pants
some
instead.
titties.
Yeah. Because I remember the last episode we did was the one where you were a titty vampire. And that came up because we were talking about tit mitts somehow.
The one where you were a titty vampire.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're referring to, but it's not like I did.
I don't remember the story. I just know the title of the episode is Doug is a titty vampire.
Oh, and then we could like fill the tit mitts with the tequila.
Okay, so we're
They'll be the Luca model.
we're creating the problem again, though, Josh.
Yeah. Yeah, but we're profiting on it this time.
Oh, okay, then.
Yeah, I'll sell some people into liver disease. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, fuck, man.
Yeah, what is this, America, right?
Yeah, if you can't make a buttload of money off killing off your fellow man,
Yeah.
you might as well go to fucking North Korea.
Exactly.
That's where they
And
kill
we're not
off the
killing them. We're
citizens
giving
without
them the
getting any money
option
out of it.
to enjoy dying.
Yeah. That's horrific.
That is disgusting capitalism right there.
Gentlemen, let's play some games.
Okay.
Spock, take a look at this subspace news article. Some fool blew his own face off while cleaning a loaded phaser. Fascinating, Captain. Was it someone aboard the Enterprise? No, Spock, it happened in Florida.
Our states this week, they're Florida, Ohio, and California.
California?
Yeah, it's been a while since I've busted out of California.
Yeah.
Like, probably pre-pandemic.
Probably. Could have been.
Probably, yeah. I couldn't tell you when the last time
I
was.
don't know. It's normally the Rust Belt.
Well, headline number 1. City sues man after he disclosed the severity of ransomware attack, proving mayor lied when he claimed data was unusable to criminals. Headline number 2. Man arrested for burglarizing home because he heard dogs barking, asks police to test the meth in his pocket because he believes it's bad.
He broke into the house because he heard dogs barking?
That's what we told him.
And burglarized it.
Yep.
Burglary does imply stealing something, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I heard these dogs barking. By the way, do you have a meth testing kit on you right now? I think I got some bad shit.
Every time I take it, I hear dogs.
I got some of that dog barking mess here. Totally unrelated to the dogs in the house.
They get on the radio. Yeah, this explains why there were no dogs in the house.
Headline number 3. Firefighters who used Jaws of Life during an emergency were alarmed to discover the tool was stolen after putting it down.
That's fantastic.
Wait, so we're saying somebody stole the Jaws of Life?
They cut somebody out of the
From
car,
emergency
set it
scene.
down, and when they turned around, it was gone.
That takes a coordinated
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
drugs.
but like,
Drugs. Meth.
yeah, but whose decision is like,
It's bath
yo,
salts or
we need to
meth.
make some money. I bet we could get a lot of money for the Jaws of Life.
You can just, like...
Or like, you know what?
Gotta go into Doug's kitchen and find the Jaws of Life, like, just sitting on top of a little can.
Casey, wreck the Fiat.
I have just been read to fill. That's exactly what would happen. Fuck.
Maybe they thought they could cut off.
Couldn't hit my beans.
Doug's beans won't open. We gotta get my bean. I don't know why the beans, just the beans, are in third person.
I don't know why this is so funny.
He's having a brown sugar bacon emergency. Open that can.
You get home after this heist, you just hear Doug out in the kitchen, roll that beautiful bean footage.
The can is just fucking
You destroy
decimated and the beans are everywhere.
And I'm licking them off the
Yep.
walls.
just mumbling. You're like, Doug's beans.
I'm a bean vampire.
Doug is a bean vampire.
Dollar
Maybe they,
menu.
Oh. Oh, my face hurts.
My diaphragm hurts.
oh, this will be a sequel to Doug as a titty vampire.
My soul hurts. I guess I'm a vampire. I probably don't have one of those anymore. So, all right. We've got Florida, California, and Ohio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've got the Jaws of Life.
The
meth dogs.
Meth
dogs. Well, we don't know it was meth, do we? Oh no, it was meth because he asked him to test it.
And the ransomware.
Ransomware. Okay. I'm gonna put ransomware. Ooh, fuck me. I'm gonna put ransomware in Ohio. Actually,
I'm confident in my answers.
Yeah.
I have sound reasoning for all of them.
Okay. Are you putting that in Ohio?
No.
Or not Ohio, but California?
The ransomware?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, I'm sticking with my answer. I'm going to put that in Ohio. I'm
Will
gonna
that
put...
be a heel move if you're like,
Oh, yeah.
no, I'm going to change it.
Well, in that case, I haven't cemented my guesses yet. No, I'll put that in Ohio. I will put fucking meth dogs. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to put that in Florida. And then I will put the...
Jaws of Life.
The Jaws of Life in California.
Okay. All right. I'm putting, as I said, the ransomware attack in California. Sounds like something that would happen in California.
Yeah, I thought that, and then I kind of went a different direction with it. So
I agree that the meth dogs sounds Florida.
There's meth.
Yeah.
Explicitly meth, because...
It's just that kind of story where it's ridiculous enough that it hit the Florida headlines.
Yeah, this is
because
Toronto,
they know.
So the mayor wasn't on meth.
And I've been to Cincinnati, and I know if you set the Jaws of Life there, down on the ground, someone's going to steal it.
That's fair.
I've been to the Nasty Natty.
That is fair.
So I'm putting that in Ohio.
All right. Going 3 for 3. Our winner, and still butterweight champion of the world.
Damn.
Dollar Menu Kid.
Yep.
Florida was the bad meth.
Yeah, that's for
dogs.
damn sure.
Yeah, it was.
That's for damn sure.
Ohio was the ransomware. And California, Oakland, to be specific,
Okay.
was the stolen Jaws of Life.
That's all you had to say. Where are they going to steal the Jaws of Life?
Compton. Oakland, something like that. City of Compton.
Middletown. They'd steal the Jaws of Life in Middletown.
They would.
Well, brings us to the joke of the week,
They'd steal it in Middletown, but because somebody, like, I need that to do something.
Yeah. They wouldn't be trying to make a profit.
No, they'd be like,
they're going to put it in the
Don't worry.
garage.
Yeah, I'll be back with that.
Yeah. They just would not ask.
Yeah.
Here, in its natural habitat, on a tiny islet off the coast of Belgium, we observe the majestic and elusive joke of the week.
Gentlemen, what is the difference between an oral thermometer and a rectal thermometer?
Are we supposed to say we don't know?
If you know.
I don't.
Don't say I don't know. That's a horrifying thought that you wouldn't know the difference between an oral and a rectal thermometer.
What is the difference between an oral thermometer and a rectal thermometer?
Look, I'm going to give you my guess.
Okay.
One of them goes in your mouth, and the other one goes up your ass.
All right, gentlemen. What's the difference between an oral thermometer and a rectal thermometer? The taste. Joke of the week, everybody.
I quit the podcast.
But you cannot fuck around with...
You're fired, Adam. You're all washed up in this business.